Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 122 of the Toonami Escape podcast with weird echoes in the background.
I
I'm your
didn't hear
host,
it.
Rick Zeno. Tonight we have Seacoler.
Oh, hey guys, I'm here this time. Of course, I mute my microphone right before you start. So,
You're live.
Prof- yes, we're still a professional production. And B-Dubs.
Hello.
Hey. How's it going?
It's okay.
It's okay. Anyway, so before we get into the block, just quick block updates. They did a Spider-Man review.
Oh yeah, they did.
it got the highest rating you can get on Toonami, an 8, or
No,
I
no,
think it was an 8.5 actually. But
didn't something get a 10?
yeah, I'm just sort of being facetious. I mean, like,
No, I know
it's like 8 is like their default number.
yeah. Um, I mean, I will say that I'd probably give it an 8 too.
Yeah, me too. It's one, but like I've finished the story
Mhm.
and I'm good.
Yeah, like I don't feel the need to go back and do all the collection stuff. I did a couple of this. There's two side stories, only one of which is really worth doing.
The Tombstone one.
Yeah, the Tombstone one.
Yeah, Black Cat. Like they saved Black Cat for DLC.
Oh, they saved so much crap for DLC. Like, as soon as the DLC comes in and they put in a new game plus, this game is going to be amazing. But until then, it feels kind of half-assed.
I gotta admit, the game kind of made me miss Riddler trophies a bit.
It needed the puzzles to add for some of the collectibles because it was just sort of like the Black Cat stuff was just show up, look in the camera, find it, take a picture, you're done.
And those, especially the bases, I also felt it's like, they don't have the enemy variety to make this work.
Yeah, that too.
So
But it's still a damn good game, right?
yeah,
Oh yeah, it's still fantastic. It's just, I mean, it's a really really good first attempt at a sort of Spider-Man Arkham game, but like
honestly,
really good.
within the next year, I'll probably get a big, nice TV.
Hmm.
And at that point, it's like, well, I have to get a PS4 Pro and look at this amazing shit on this TV.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go watch it
I
in
mean,
4K.
yeah. Honestly, I'm just waiting for the sequel because there's no way they're gonna make that game worse. And I hear they're going Venom for this sequel, so
Well, there are post-credit scenes because it's Marvel.
oh yes.
Do you think? Well, there's at least going to be a 2, of course.
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be a 2.
They didn't do Sandman. They didn't do
No,
Mysterio. They
nope.
didn't do.
Chameleon.
No, they didn't do Chameleon. They didn't do Lizard.
No, no Paste Pot Pete.
Nobody knows who that is.
They, they should have done Paste Pot Pete. He would have been a good, laugh side mission.
Oh, in a not somewhat related note, that new trailer for the Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse,
Oh
so
yeah, that
good.
hit.
Oh my God, that trailer is so damn good. I was like mildly interested in that movie, and now
Yeah.
I'm 100% want to see it when it comes out.
No, I read the storyline in the comic is that the movie's based off of. Oh, you are in for a treat if they use half of the stuff in there.
Yeah, and it's
Wait,
even beyond even the concept, just the art
oh,
style.
it's
It is
fantastic.
so amazing looking.
Hmm.
Oh
Wait,
man.
did they put Japanese Spider-Man in Enter the Spider-Verse?
Well,
They did.
They did.
they've got SP/DR, the anime
Oh,
girl. And what's cool
oh,
is in
not
this.
her. I mean like original
Oh
Japanese
no,
Spider-Man
Not
with the.
that.
Spidudo
Oh,
Man or whatever. No,
yeah.
no,
Oh, they didn't get him. That's
no. Well,
bullshit.
well, he's not in the trailer, and I
Okay,
think the
okay.
chances are low. But if he, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some big sequence at the end when a whole bunch of random ones show up. I mean, it's possible.
Yeah.
Turkish
Okay.
Spider-Man that Alamo Drafthouse likes to show. He just does the rat in the tube torture.
Yeah. No, I just want Japanese Spider-Man to show up so we can see his giant,
Yeah, I forget what
leopard
it's called.
style
It's got
robot.
I want to say Jet Jaguar, but that's not it. It's something like
No,
that.
it's like Leopoldomon or
Yeah, yeah,
like it's some kind of leopard themed
Leopard
robot.
Don or something like that.
Yeah,
I have a
Yeah.
question.
like it makes no sense, but there it is.
I have a thing. Does either Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, or Tom Holland just show up in that movie?
I think it's
Yes.
possible there could be a live action like joke, but
Hmm.
nothing in the trailer like that.
But I assume that if there was, Marvel would not allow anybody but Tom Holland to be in it.
It's
Oh
hard to
no,
say because there are shots in the trailer that are from like recreations of from the Raimi movies.
yeah,
There's
Well, I guess in
actually,
the end, Marvel and Sony are pals.
yeah, I think
yeah.
They're
everything's
just
cool
like,
now.
hey,
Well,
Yeah.
and like this isn't a major, film. This is a sort of a fun kid thing. So I can definitely see them going, hey, yeah, let's do every, because I mean the whole concept is every Spider-Man ever in existence has teamed up.
I don't know if it's going to be every, but I think it's the potential for that.
Oh no, if it's going off what the comic book
No, I mean
was, then it's going to be every single
it's an hour and
Spider-Man.
50-minute movie or something. I doubt they're going to have everything. They're going to have to trim it.
I
But
mean, they got Spider Pig in there, so
yeah, Spider Ham is in it, which is,
Spider.
and that's the other thing is so
isn't that
cool.
just a joke from The Simpsons?
No, no, no.
Yes,
The Spider Ham existed before that.
yeah, Spider Ham was a joke in the comic. Like
Yeah, he was from like a long time ago, like in
yeah,
the
it was
70s
like,
or something.
yeah, the Spider Ham was like a joke from when they sold like, those pies, like those hand pie
When
things, like
When Lex Luthor stole those pies.
yeah, it was like a joke, like character thing they did in a one shot. And then they're like, yeah, let's put him in there too. Like, yeah, all right.
But he's like shown up a ton. Like his whole like universe exists. It's all cartoon characters. But the other thing is cool about the trailer in this movie is that like the main Spider people, like Peter Parker.
Oh, what if they just jumped in Spectacular Spider-Man in there and were like, surprise?
Oh, that would just be painful.
But the cool thing is that like they animate them differently. So the main ones, Peter Parker, Miles Morales, Spider Gwen, they all look pretty much like your standard CGI movie characters models, kind of stylized but
Hmm.
humanoid. But then, um, uh, what's her name? Penny Parker and Spider Ham, they're like 2D. They're like 2D cartoons mixed in with the 3D because of the whole like universe dimension swapping stuff. It looks really cool. I don't know. I'm just stoked.
Well, it's not going to be as good as Venom.
I don't know.
No,
I think
I heard.
Venom will be. I think Venom has the potential to be mildly entertaining, but it's not going to win any Oscars.
No, the thing
That's
with Venom,
putting it mildly.
the thing with Venom is it looks like apparently Tom Hardy was like, oh, so this is just like The Mask, and so he's doing his best Jim Carrey, like the entire fucking movie.
Like he would like. Did you see that interview he did where he was like, "It's like Tom, what are your favorite scenes from Venom?" And he's like, they all got cut."
Yeah, because he made everyone else in the movie is apparently doing like the bog standard, like, oh, this is a dark superhero movie, and he's like, no, this is Liar Liar or The Mask or whatever. He's like, I'm Jim fucking Carrey. Like I want to see like the Tom Hardy cut of this movie because I think it would wind up being so much better.
I can't forget. I was going to talk about something. I forgot what it was.
Was it something Toonami related?
No. Why would we talk about that?
I was kind of wondering if we were going to get back to that at some point.
No.
People have already tuned out. This is the week that like potentially people who don't follow our thread will listen to this
I
podcast,
know.
and they're going to be like, "What are they talking about Spider-Man for?"
Hey everyone, we're dipshits.
Yes, we are.
Yes, let's talk about the thing that we make the podcast about. Toonami. We started things off as My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia episode 20, Victory or Defeat. In this episode, Deku is told how to beat this dude and fails immediately.
He couldn't help himself.
Yeah,
good
people were
boy.
complaining, and I kind of understand where they're coming from because like
Yeah.
I don't remember the guy's name, but the guy with the tail, he
Yeah.
pretty much tells him straight up, don't
Don't
talk,
do
don't respond. And he does, but I think what the viewer is supposed to do is be like, go, like I almost said Goku. Deku, he can't resist defending his friends.
Yeah.
Like it's like he's such a morally pure character that like if you insult his friends, it's like, oh, he has to say something.
Yeah.
So that's why he spoke up. I don't think he like forgot. I think he just got too emotional.
He's
Right.
a hot-blooded shonen protagonist.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he could have really just charged the guy and started the fight. That way he wouldn't have to stand there, you know? Like the entire time he's like standing there not talking, I'm like, I'm standing there, you don't have to say anything, just charge him and punch him in the goddamn face. Like
I don't
you're
think, well, to be fair, I don't think Deku can literally punch anyone in the face right now. Because if he did, I think he would kill them.
well, no, I mean like he doesn't have to use like, you know, the full power thing. He can just, regular punch.
I'm not sure.
Regular punch.
I don't know. I don't think he has that much control yet. I think he might.
No, he
he
has
could-
to actively use it. He can just punch someone in the face.
Yeah.
You think
yeah,
so? Oh, you mean
yeah,
without using the power? Oh, okay.
yeah, just, don't even turn the power on. Just run up and punch him in the face because he's got to beat this guy up anyway somehow.
Yeah.
So, just run over there, punch him in the friggin' face, and drag his ass out the ring.
Well, that aside, is this guy's power like is crazy OP?
Oh, yeah.
And it's interesting. I kind of liked the whole bit about like he didn't get into the hero course because the test doesn't cater to his kind of power.
The test
Yeah.
is against all robots.
Yeah.
So his power is completely useless.
Like what is he going to do? Command other people to kill the robots, but then how does he get points? What happens to their points?
Yeah.
I think it's cool. I mean, like actually, I thought that was really solid storytelling because it's like, even the teachers were commenting on this, and the other pro heroes were commenting on this. They're like, yeah, the test isn't really fair.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. I like that. I mean, they're not just throwing that under the rug because I remember us talking
Right.
about it too. It's like, how did certain people get into the hero course, right? Like, it's hard to imagine some of them, but then there's also people who don't get into the hero course who should be because of the same test.
Right. And
Like this is a dude who can just say, "Go arrest yourself."
yeah, I mean, he can basically just say to a guy, "Here, put these handcuffs on," and then that's the end of the problem.
Yeah.
But of course, everyone has always thought that this would make him a great supervillain.
Well, I mean, yeah. Can you imagine how easy it would be to rob a bank?
What did you guys think of that scene where there's like the flashback scene when he was back in like middle school or whatever? And then there's like this really nerdy girl who walks up to him and she's like, "Oh, I sure hope you don't use your power on me."
I think are you implying that that was a like
she was inviting him?
Are you implying
I think
was
she
a
was.
come on.
I think the joke, she's like, maybe she had a secret crush on him, and she's like, "Oh, gee, you can control people. Maybe you don't want to
I
control
hope
me."
you don't make me kiss you or something.
Yeah. Yes. You know what though?
The insinuation is like, yeah, this dude could get pretty rapey if he wanted to.
Yeah, but he doesn't, which is good. I mean, I will say this too. After this fight ended, I kind of thought to myself, I think I like this guy more than Bakugo because he's basically the same character.
Only better.
Yeah, it's like he is.
Oh,
Well, hear me out though.
That's mean.
He's like a character who
It's
is
not.
like kind of a rival to Deku, and he's not like evil, but I don't know. He struck me as being similar to Bakugo, but not an asshole.
Yeah. Like, Bakugo's problem is that he's supposed to be the rival, but he's too big an asshole. 'Cause, like, if you go back and you look at Sasuke when, they first sort of started out with Naruto before he went, with Orochimaru and, became irredeemably evil, even though, they still tried to redeem him, but whatever. He wasn't really that huge an asshole. Like, he's kind of an asshole, but, you know,
Well, he was a jerk, but then
yeah,
there would be times when he would always team up, and it was like for him too. But
yeah,
I don't know, like there was that one scene at the very beginning of Naruto where he defended Naruto, and it's the only time I ever remember him being selfless.
yeah. It's one of those things where you can't really see Bakugo being willing to do that.
Oh no, dude! Remember the last episode? Like Bakugo didn't
Oh
give a
yeah,
shit about
I know.
anybody.
Yeah,
Like
I mean
his whole
that.
team, he threw them under the bus.
He doesn't know their names. In fact,
Yeah.
he doesn't know Kaminari's name.
Oh
And
god,
Kaminari is very sad.
that defeated face he had, that still shot, that was so good.
Oh god. Yeah.
That's like the new emo dandy picture.
No, nothing's the new emo dandy picture. That's just the
Depressed
ultimate.
Dandy is legend.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't get any better than that. No, but yeah, it's one of those things with Bakugo. I very much like this show, and I feel like, but at the same time, I feel like for everything it does better than sort of the standard shonen thing, there's one thing it does kind of worse, and I think Bakugo is one of those things that it does worse. Because
Well,
like
worse in what way?
he's just too big an asshole for the role they want him to play.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah, I can see what you're saying. I honestly though, I feel a little opposite about that because like Sasuke is someone you're supposed to like, and he is, like you said, like he's irredeemable. Bakugo, he's kind of the opposite. Like
Well, no, I mean
you're not supposed to like him, but he is the guy that's good.
And yet, number
Yeah.
one in all the character popularity polls.
Yeah, well, probably because he's got an awesome freaking power.
Nice guys finish last.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like at the beginning of Naruto is like sort of when I'm talking about Sasuke being sort of the proper amount of jerkwad.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
like
back then he was just like a hot shot.
yeah, it's kind of like he was hotshot. He was full of himself. He was a bit of a jerk. Like I see where they're going with Bakugo, and I did watch ahead, and I do think they made him too big an asshole for the kind of thing they're going for.
I think if you literally just took out the scene where he tells Deku to jump off a building, then you almost literally fix everything.
I think if you I think he needs to be toned down a notch, but that's really it.
The problem with Bakugo is he never learns a lesson.
Yeah,
like he can be defeated, and then he'll just continue to be the way he is instead of like realizing that maybe the problem was with him.
Yeah, exactly. It's just one of those things where he never really takes the L.
Yeah.
Like even when he loses, he doesn't take the L. He's like, "Nah, that L's not mine."
Right.
You know?
And I think I think that's just what I will say that I'm not going to praise Sasuke, but I will say Sasuke probably has more going on than Bakugo, who is kind of just a joke character in a way. He's not really a joke, but you know what I mean? Like he's just, that's his thing, is that he is mad and
all the time. Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Full of himself. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Deku survives this mind control trap because of the past avatars.
The avatar state.
The avatar state. You could see the cake bender in there. Remember that guy?
The cake bender.
There were in Korra. There was like this scene where they were like, "Here's all the past avatars," and one of them was this just giant, huge airbender dude, and it's like, it's the cake bender.
I didn't see all of Korra, but okay.
Yeah,
it was at like the end of the first season.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly, I could swear I saw Korra in there. I'm like, oh, there she is.
Well,
anyway, since the power is passed down from different people, they leave a part of themselves in it, and weird stuff happens.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's able to flick his fingers and WWE that dude out of the ring.
Yeah. Which was a pretty clever thing to do. I mean, if he had more control over the punching, he could have just, punched him out of the ring, but he's too afraid to do it. So
yeah. Anyway, next
Deku,
up.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
So Deku wins, and then we get Todoroki versus who?
Soy sauce face.
Doesn't matter. Todoroki wins.
Todoroki. This poor Sero.
He just got wrecked.
Had a good idea, but no.
Wrong guy to use that against.
I mean, like, I get that he's supposed to be powerful, but he like froze half of the arena.
Yeah.
I think the guy's a little overpowered.
You think?
Just a little?
Anyway, nice try!
Is that a Japanese thing that they all started doing that?
No, I think it was just kind of a joke. It's like, oh man, dude, that sucks. You had no chance.
Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't in that battle for more than like 10 seconds.
He had a good idea on how to win. Just win immediately.
Yeah. He was using like his tape or whatever to like fling him or something.
Mm-hmm. It was a good idea, but you know, Spider-Man ain't gonna beat Iceman. I mean, he could, but you know,
not in this case. Also,
nope.
I knew going in that Todoroki was going to win because I've seen the opening.
What?
Yeah,
I have a feeling. I have a sneaking suspicion that Deku might fight Todoroki.
Anyway, that fight's in the next round.
Cool. I want to see more ancillary character battles.
You will.
Yeah, that's the next episode.
The next episode promo is just Kirishima and dude who is also Kirishima just running at each other.
Yeah.
Honestly, I could do with them shortening some of those up, but you know, whatever.
Well, people wanted to see them. This show has the opposite problem of most long stuff, where it's like, actually, could you stop and smell the roses a bit?
Yeah, most of the times it's like, slow down, let's stop, smell the roses a bit. This one is, we've smelled the roses already. Come on, you can
no,
move.
You've got it backwards.
Really? Because I mean, I've watched all the way up to current, and I'm kind of like, you know, we've smelled enough roses already. Just move on.
Well, you should have seen how short this stuff was in the manga.
Honestly, so the manga had the exact opposite problem.
Yes, it feels like it's like, well, I wanted to see that guy.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like with Dragon Ball fights, they're usually pretty boring, and it's like, oh yeah, we've seen Piccolo throw beams all day long. But with this, it's like all these characters are kind of interesting, and they all have weird powers. So like, it's fun to watch them do their thing, you know.
I guess, but then at the same time, you kind of want to get to the more interesting stuff.
No, that's you. I think. I mean, I want to see.
I literally have no idea.
Stuff. I want to see. I want to see the what's the pink girl's name?
Mina.
Mina. Yeah, I want to see her do something.
Oh no, I mean, I'm fine with watching the fights. I'm just like, they could do with being a couple minutes shorter. Is all I think.
Like, I don't know how to cut how to cut more stuff without like cutting characters entirely.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is, I'm just kind of like, you know, maybe we could cut the fights down a little bit.
Nah. Anyway, Dragon Ball
Wait.
Oh,
no.
What is this? What is next? I don't even know.
Naruto Shippuden.
Oh, I thought it was Boruto was next.
No, Naruto Shippuden.
Oh God.
Yes, the second show. Naruto Shippuden, episode 220, Prophecy of the Great Lord Elder. Remember when we were like, maybe being earlier will help us remember what happens better? Nope.
No, I don't. Honestly, it's too early in the episode for this fucking talk.
In this episode, Naruto is chased around by two kids and another kid dressed up as a prostitute multiple times.
A harem of prostitutes.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then like he gets summoned to Frogland.
Well, that's one way to get away from prostitute.
They give him the key to unlock the seal on the nine-tailed fox.
About time.
Yay! This will be the shortest Naruto Shippuden segment of all time.
I just want to say it's ridiculous. I mean, this show's kind of dumb, but one of the things that's dumb is a frog that stretches himself out into a scroll.
That's not dumb.
That's the part you have the problem with.
It just looks stupid to me. It's just like, why? They don't just have scrolls. They got to put it on this dude. I know it's important. Oh, and also, somebody wake that freaking old frog up. I have a real problem with those kinds of characters. I hate the old wise sages who they're like freaking senile.
You mean you don't like Super Kamiguru?
I don't know who that is.
That's the Team 4-star version of Guru from Namek.
Probably not. No, I don't like. That
one's comedic.
Yeah.
Okay, but
and he's a huge asshole.
Those two old assholes who run the Leaf Village in secret, those guys are terrible. Why are they in charge?
I don't know.
Kick those freakers out. They shouldn't be driving cars or running villages.
Yeah, I mean they picked Danzo for fuck's sake.
How do you fucking pick Danzo?
I don't know. Like everybody
knows his name is Donzo, but his name is Danzo now.
Whatever.
Dan. Danzo.
like whatever. Whatever. Who gives a shit? Like they know he spends all day in a cave plotting against the village. Like, how am I going to take over the village this week? Like that's literally his entire day, and they're like, yeah, let's just give him the village. It's like, no, he's been plotting against you the entire goddamn time.
Heroes will come up to these two and be like, I just saved everyone's lives. And those people will be like, well, you shouldn't be meddling in our affairs, blah, blah.
Exactly.
Well, you're a threat to our authority.
Respect my authority.
Also, the Great Lord Elder has an amazing prophecy consisting of you'll meet an octopus and then fight a sad dude.
Sounds about
we'll
right.
fight somebody who has eye powers.
Literally
who could that be? Oh yeah, I forgot. Everyone has eye powers now,
including the son of Naruto's dad, the son of Boruto's dad.
Wait,
let's talk about Boruto.
Wait, does he actually have eye powers?
Yeah,
Boruto.
They showed something. Yeah. Did you watch the episode?
Oh, let's do the.
Boruto, Naruto Next Generations, Episode 1, Boruto Uzumaki. Yes, he has eye powers. You may have noticed that Naruto shagged Hinata.
He did. He got in there.
Guess what? Guess what the Hyuga clan has?
Byakugan.
Hooray, more eye powers.
Although,
at least he got the one that does one thing and is kind of interesting.
Yeah. Also, they're kind of doing this thing. I don't know if it was very clear in this episode, but he doesn't know it.
Right.
Like he's got the power and it turned on, but he doesn't realize what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah, Boruto. He's just like Naruto.
Everybody
only shorter.
That. I don't think so. I think he's different. Like Naruto was always like. Well, first of all, Naruto was.
Naruto had a huge chip on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Boruto also has a chip on it.
No,
Boruto
likes everybody except his dad.
He's more of a brat, though.
But yeah, and exactly. He's also like a troublemaker, where Naruto was always trying to get in good with people, and just was messing up. And Boruto is more like he doesn't give a shit. He's just a punk.
Yeah.
Also, there was another thing that was very different about them. It's like, well, for one, like Naruto wants to be the Hokage. Boruto doesn't give a crap about being the Hokage.
Well, Naruto seems to be very unsatisfied with Hokage in this episode. Because guess what? Turns out he's the paperwork Kage.
He thought he'd get to go around doing cool ninja shit.
No. Guess what, Naruto? You fixed all the cool ninja shit.
Oops.
There is now only lame ninja bureaucracy.
Yeah, I want to warn people that like this first episode's animated really well, and then like the next episode is not. and this is like Perot being Perot, and I don't think the show ever gets really bad looking. It doesn't get like terrible like Shippuden levels, but don't expect the same quality of animation you got on the premiere next week.
Right.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Anyway, this episode is about Boruto making friends with a kid named Denki Kaminari. Wait. Hold on a minute.
1 second.
Oh wait, Kaminari Moan. Sorry. 3 extra letters.
Moan.
3.
What the hell kind of name is that?
The name of the lightning dude in My Hero Academia.
Oh.
Like they literally Denki Kaminari Moan.
I literally can never remember that guy's name.
Because he is extreme. His existence is made. Kirishima basically nullifies his existence.
Yeah, pretty much. I keep thinking of him, and I'm like, when I see him, I'm like, oh, that's Shocker. Or Electro.
Anyway, talking about the current show that we're talking about.
We have to.
Yeah, this so Denki's being bullied, and Boruto steps in and helps him, but then Denki's dad is like, "I'm a big tough businessman. You should also be a big tough businessman." So now Denki is a serial killer, and he tries to crash some trains.
Well, it wasn't his fault. He got infected by something.
Mysterious big tough businessman spirit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was the businessman spirit. I think it was just some like force that's probably going to be explained later. It looked like a ghost or something. I don't know what it was.
Oh, by the way, we should mention that this episode has a cold open where like older Boruto is fighting some dude on the side of the face wall and everything's busted. So we'll get to that in 5 million episodes.
Yeah, and he's got like one eye or whatever.
I heard that that's like related to the movie somehow.
Sure.
Like the movie starts that way or something. I don't know. But anyway.
Who knows?
Yeah, I don't expect that to be come back forever. So
yeah,
it's kind of funny too because it's like this dark and brooding opening, and then they immediately cut to the opening, which is all happy and cheery, like the real show.
Mm-hmm.
I get the feeling the show is actually just mostly like ninja slice of life, and occasionally they fight.
Sounds about right.
Sounds good.
What little I've seen is that's what it is. And that's, I mean, like, honestly, I'll take it, dude. I mean, I've been saying this all along. It's like, how much more melodrama from Shippuden can you stomach? I mean, it's terrible. So, like, I'd much rather have goofy ninja high school hijinks. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Anyway, this episode continues the proud Naruto tradition of fucking up the Hokage face. In episode 1, Boruto drives a train into it.
Poor Hokage face. It's going to take that artisan like 30 seconds to repair it.
He's probably dead.
They probably have another one.
It's the son now.
Oh,
the son took over the family giant stone Hokage face business.
Okay, so 45 seconds then, because he's not as experienced.
Mount Rush Kage.
Do those guys have nothing to do like with each decade between Hokages?
Probably not.
Or do they maybe they do maintenance work on it?
They do other stuff, obviously.
Like what?
Like other stonework.
Where?
Yeah. Literally anywhere there's stone.
There's no stone buildings in the village. It's all like they get what's his name to do all the wood.
Well, even if they don't, like as we saw in this episode, they have to maintain these faces.
Yeah.
Like people are freaking crashing stuff into them and stuff.
This is true.
I'm gonna have a hard time learning all these new names. I will say that.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
You only need to remember Boruto, Sarada, Mitsuki,
Boruto's dad,
Boruto's mom,
What's the
Sarada's
name?
mom.
What's the name
Sarada's
of his
dad.
best friend?
His best friend.
Yeah, the one that was on the top of the train with him.
Shikamaru clone.
Yeah.
Shikamaru clone.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
Shikamaru clone.
Hold on.
I'm just saying that was the first thing I was thinking. I was going to mention that character, and I couldn't
Yeah.
even remember his name. I mean, I know it's just started, so.
It's Shikamaru.
Da, 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 da.
And I do remember Sarada and like Hinata, of course, and like he has a little sister now.
The new Shikamaru's name is Shikadai.
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 I do remember like
Hey,
all of the.
Todd Habercorn.
So
Yes,
dark.
I did notice that. Also, all of the characters like that are basically the children of the previous generation. They all have names that are similar to their parents.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Hey, you know the Inashika Cho trio? They did that again.
oh really?
It's Shikadai, Chocho, and Inojin.
Inojin.
Oh God.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I mean, like, I'm sure after about a few episodes, it'll start to sink in.
Also, Lee's son is Metal Lee.
Yeah. Metal Lee.
Yep.
I actually know a little about him. He's kind of funny. It's not a great show, but it's not bad. I think most of the response we got in the thread was kind of like, yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
It's like there's worse stuff we could be watching at this hour.
I mean, it's not. At least it's not offensive like Shippuden.
Right.
Anyway, let's talk about Dragon Ball Super, which is now kind of in this weird spot. Dragon Ball Super Episode 81, Bergamo the Crusher versus Goku. Whose strength reaches the wild blue yonder? It's Goku.
Yeah. It's
Not
Goku.
Big furry wolf dude who grows big.
I mean, Goku just keeps punching him just to make him stronger because he wants a better fight.
Yep.
And then he gets too big, and Goku's like, "Yeah, this is boring now," and then he beats him.
Thus damning other universes to extinction at some point.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, basically Bergamo just gets up in there and is like, hey, if I beat this guy, can you call the tournament off? And they're like, sure. But Goku can't throw the match. And it's like, well, yep.
Yeah, it's, you know.
Would Goku even throw the match anyway? The answer is no.
No, Goku's fighting lust cannot be satiated.
Yeah. Even if he was allowed to throw the match, he wouldn't.
Everyone here is right. Goku is a bad guy.
I mean, if I know it's like ridiculous to say this, but like if Goku had the opportunity to fight the most powerful being in all existence, and doing so would risk his son's life, he would do it. Yeah. He would do it in a heartbeat.
Without question.
If Goku had the opportunity to fight, yes. The answer is yes.
You don't even like, as long as it's
care.
fighting someone, like an anthill, he would fight
Earth
it.
will blow up.
The strongest anthill in existence?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, the Earth could blow up, and he'd be like, "But I gotta fight."
Yeah.
Dragon Balls.
Pretty much.
What else happened? I mean, he punched that wolf. It got big. Somebody's probably fetish was triggered, and then I don't know. Like then he defeated him, and I don't even remember how it ended.
The dude named Top is like, I'm a warrior of justice, and I'm gonna punch you. And I'm giving him that voice because he looks like Wilford Brimley.
That's exactly who he looks like.
Wilford Brimley.
He has the diabetes.
I'm gonna give you diabetes.
Diabetes.
Is Wilford Brimley dead? I think.
No, he's still alive.
I think he's still alive, actually.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
And he's got them big hands.
Yeah, it's something about like he's like, oh, I know it's not my turn to fight, but I want to do it. Something like that. I have no idea why that guy showed up to do what he's doing. I guess maybe he's got a little bit of Goku in him. I don't know.
Or maybe he wants to. No, I'm kidding. No, it's that's horrible. No, like his proportions are funny though, because he's got them big old hands and them tiny legs, and I'm like, this is why you don't skip leg day.
Yeah.
Yep. It's like
He
looks a
also
little
never
like.
skips mustache day.
Yeah, I was gonna say he looks a little like
No.
Dr. Eggman.
Oh God.
So I'm sure that will be a rousing, exciting fight. Old man versus Goku.
Yep.
How many more episodes of this pre-tournament arc do we have until we get to the tournament?
Oh boy, let me look that up for you.
Honestly, the pre-tournament arc is probably the best part of this arc.
Well, the other thing, while you're looking that up, the other thing that they mentioned is that the actual tournament will be a battle royale.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, a battle royale. Just got to get in on that Fortnite train, huh?
Oh yeah.
No original ideas.
Honestly, the way it unfolds, they might as well have done team battles, just one-on-one with everyone.
Let me get you that episode title. Dun. Oh boy, there's a okay. So we're 82 is next week. Let's see. Looks like looks like the episode entitled "Survive: The Tournament of Power Begins at Last" is episode 97.
So like 10 more episodes.
So like next year.
Yeah. No, honestly, the part of the arc after this sort of mini tournament ends until that tournament begins is very good.
Wow. Wow.
I'm sorry.
Wow, they must really be talking about you.
Yeah. No kidding.
Anyway, well, I mean, it's not been terrible so far. It's just sort of been like, I think more than anything, I just don't like these like furry guys.
Oh yeah, nobody likes them.
They don't seem threatening or menacing in any way.
No, they don't.
Because they're not.
At all.
Gohan barely tried, and he still won.
He didn't lose.
He won. I mean, he was the last man standing.
What else was there in this episode? Nothing. Fantastic.
The clown guy talked.
Yeah, and it was like, wait, what?
Yeah, it's Joker.
Anyway, let's talk about Fully Cooley. Fully Cooley Alternative, Episode 4, Pit-a-Pat. In this episode, Haruko needs to be arrested by the police.
But why?
Because
she is Haruko.
Yes.
Yeah, it is her. This is Fully Cooley.
And this is 4 for 4 on good episodes.
Yeah.
In fact, I would say this was the best one.
I'll back you up on that. I thought it was probably my favorite so far.
I liked it slightly more than episode 1.
I also did like this episode very much.
What?
I did like it very much.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Hey, by the way, did like this episode very much is not that doesn't make sense.
No, whatever. Fuck you.
This episode did have the most amazing faces per minute ratio.
Mm-hmm.
Like every 2 minutes there'd be like this amazing character expression. Mostly coming from Kana.
Yeah.
Mosan really, really wants Kana to mount him.
That was funny.
Mount him. Of course.
She actually does at one point.
Yes. At the very end. Now we say we love this episode, and it's like,
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, like, there's lots of things to talk about, but they're all just sort of like us recounting what happens. Like the little cheer, like secret cheer group of the three girls, holding up the signs
Having
during that.
extremely overwrought reactions to everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. It was the thing is that I don't know. I don't know how to say this, but like Haruko doing what she did, I think she's doing that just to elicit a response from Kana, so that something pops out of her head.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only reason makes sense for me for her to do that. But
Well,
then
she was basically screaming that at you.
she was saying that.
I mean, that's basically the entire point.
Okay.
Whenever Kana would leave, she would just be immediately like, "I'm done with this."
Yeah. I only say that though because I was like, it doesn't really matter what Haruko does. Like, she's just a force for comedic things to happen. But I do think that that's why she was doing it. I think, oh, she's just trying to get Kana's head to pop something interesting out, I guess. But
instead, Sasuke's head popped out a monster.
Monster, yeah.
Yeah. That's
Alternatively, just a regular member of the Golden State Warriors. It's Kevin Durant. And then they have a basketball fight.
And the animation gets amazing during that sequence. Like, it looked super fluid and cool.
Animation good.
Mm-hmm.
Faces good. Characters fun.
Oh yeah, and I like how the whole situation resolved. Where they just she just sort of admits that she's like, you know what, I'm not ready for this, and they just sort of kind of amicably just walk away. And it's like, okay, it's like, I don't know, it was just like smart writing. You never see that where like a kid is like, you know what, I just don't think I'm ready for a romantic relationship right now. Let's just call it off and be friends, and they did. And I'm like, look at that.
There you go.
The next episode preview makes me worried we're not going to get a Pets episode.
Aw.
It's possible that will be, but that's just the scene that they showed just is maybe not. That's kind of what I'm hoping.
Because the episode preview for this one was also very much just like Haruko is talking to weird dude about medical mechanica, and then it was not about that. And then next episode's preview is Haruko is talking to a weird dude about medical mechanica. It's probably not about that.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I guess
you've done an episode based on everyone but pets. So if you don't do one, it's like, I've got to dock you a point for having weird story structure.
Right. I think it's almost a guarantee. I'm gonna put money down and say it's gonna be about her. I will say too though that I don't think it would help us, but you could read off maybe the episode title of the next one, but I don't think that'll tell us anything.
No, probably not. I don't want.
You don't have it. Okay, don't worry about it.
Cool. I can look it up.
I just figured maybe it would say something about pets, but I doubt it. None of them so far have indicated in any way what they're about.
Next episode's title is Shake It Off, and then episode 6 is called Full Flat.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Possible to tell.
I liked the revelation of Kana's brother's girlfriend.
Who is it?
It was a virtual girlfriend on his phone. Remember that?
Oh.
And then she gave that face that's just like really she looked like an old man. I guess you guys don't remember that scene. It was great.
Yeah.
I gonna have to watch this again, and I will, as a post-progressive.
Yeah, I hope they rerun this one again because I will totally watch it.
I will also watch it.
It's fantastic.
Also, the progressive think pieces are coming out now, so that's cool.
Yep.
Anyway, let's talk about Attack on Titan.
Okay.
Attack on Titan episode 43, Sin. In this episode, Aaron is still chained up shirtless in the Crystal Pleasure Dungeon. Because, yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, apparently the Rices can change memories. And
They can.
suddenly Krista remembers a whole lot of stuff about Nominee. I mean to say Frida. Not
Whatever
Nominee.
their name is.
Anyway. Yeah, she's like, oh, I was friends with Frida the whole time.
Oops.
And then Aaron's mean old dad turned into a Titan and ate all my friends and family, and then went back and turned Aaron into a Titan, and he ate his dad.
Okay, I'm going to say I liked this episode, and I liked it because it was dropping all kinds of revelations. I know that some people...
I really do think that just the Krista being friends with Frida memories were fake. I think that's false stuff implanted to get her on his side.
It's possible. It's hard to say at this point. Because it's just
like, it's so Nominee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just like, okay, so people were like, I saw some people complaining about like, oh, what? Now they have mind altering powers? And I'm like, so what? Like, I think it's more interesting that I mean, first of all, it kind of explains why for all this time we've had this thing where like the humans have been behind the walls for 100 years, right?
Yeah.
And that's always felt a little flimsy to me as a concept. It's like, so
think about what happened 100 years ago. Oh, World War I.
Right. Like, we don't really know like what led to the way things are, and there's never been a good explanation for like how it just happened. Right. And I like this idea that like people were mind controlled into this state. So now like there's the opportunity for maybe a more interesting revelation for how things got to the way they are because of these powers. So the powers are okay to me. And then I think some people were like, why are there powers now? It's like superheroes now. And I'm like, yeah, but they were turning into titans and stuff.
This is a show about people turning into giant naked people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with this extra bit of like superpowers. And then we also learn that some of those, I can't remember their names, but Levi and his group, his relatives, they also have a kind of like ability to be faster and quicker than the average human being.
Because they're Japanese.
They have the anime gene.
Yeah. They're Japanese, that's why.
It's the Ackerman stuff.
Oh, I thought it was the Asian stuff.
No.
That's Mikasa.
Yes.
Yeah, she's powerful because she's Asian.
No.
Yes.
It's the Ackerman stuff.
It's the Ackerman side of her family.
I thought it was the Asian stuff.
No, because her dad is an Ackerman, and he's not Asian.
I thought it was the Asian side of her family that made her awesome. Oh, okay.
Levi's name isn't Japanese or Asian.
All right.
Name is Japanese person Kenny Ackerman.
Yeah. So anyway, those folks, the Ackermans, they've got something a little special too, which kind of explains why Kenny is so amazing at what he does.
And Levi and Mikasa.
Right.
Yeah.
Again, like, I don't mind this revelation because, first of all, I think it can help make the show a little more interesting, and it's fine. I mean, I never thought saw this show as being ultra realistic or anything. So I'm cool with it.
In the end, this is a mech show.
Yeah. Well, somebody was saying too that like, or maybe it was UB Dubs. It was like, this is really kind of Walking Dead zombies, really. Yeah. As well.
Especially early in like the first season, it was very much a bunch of zombie tropes. Only the zombies were giant.
Yeah.
Anyway, meanwhile, above the Crystal Sex Pleasure Dungeon, we get a taste of Zachley's amazing art dungeon. And he loves his art. He loves sticking funnels in people's butts.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Or maybe my mind purposely tried to remove that. memory. But yeah, so the former king, the false king.
No, not that guy. He was
wait,
old.
who was it? Oh wait, okay, no, the guy who was really running things, I guess. He strapped upside down naked with a freaking funnel stuck up his ass so that he's forced to eat food backwards and his mouth held open. What a wonderful image that will forever be burned into my memory.
Don't worry, guys. We've gotten rid of the evil oppressors and we've put in someone totally sane in their place.
Yikes.
Liking butt plugs does not make you a
God.
It's pretty, I mean, wow.
Anyway,
I hope we never see that guy again.
Pixis is like, yeah, I knew about all this shit, and I knew about all this shit. I don't care. I was ready to kill you, Erwin.
Yep.
Pixis is kind of a badass.
Just a little bit.
Anyway, Attack on Titan. They're gonna bust into the underground cave.
Thanks.
Where is that?
The woods.
Somewhere.
I couldn't tell. I thought at one point it was under someone's house.
It is.
In the woods.
Not,
oh, okay.
It's not the basement though.
Okay. Oh yeah, and we also learned too that like with One for All, Titans also have the Avatar state. And they can, oh no, wait, that's not what's happening. He was giving forced memories. He was fed memories. Yeah. That's what it was. But he was seeing other people's memories through their eyes, I think.
That's correct.
Okay. And I think some of his own memories, because he was like, I remember seeing one shot of, I think it was him fighting the female Titan.
Yeah. No, that was probably that was probably his dad fighting Frida.
Oh, okay. Oh, Frida, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Frida looked like the female Titan. Or very similar, at least.
Oh, by the way, another thing that makes me think the whole Frida memories were fake and implanted is that he's just like, oh, I guess you got some spillover or something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you tell me what you're thinking. What do you think's happening?
He's just like, he can manipulate memories. He's pulling
to what end? What's he trying to accomplish?
Get her on his side.
Why?
Because you'll see. Because I looked at TV tropes.
Oh. But like, I can understand him wanting to control Eren, but what does Historia got to offer? Other than it's just his daughter, I guess.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Is this guy eligible to rule?
He is the king. He is the secret actual king.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, that's the part that doesn't make sense to me, because it's like he doesn't need her technically. Right. Unless he really wants his daughter back, maybe. I don't know.
She's probably got a cool power.
Well, she must have the mind-altering power.
She does.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Anyway, right. JoJo. Oh my God, JoJo Fridays is back this week.
What do you mean? What's that?
New JoJo is coming out this week.
Oh, the
Part 5 is out this week.
No, cool. Ooh. I'm not going to watch it in case it comes to Toonami.
Well, it will, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Diamond is Unbreakable Episode 6. Koichi Hirose, Reverb. Not Echoes, Reverb. We don't want to get sued by Pink Floyd.
Nope.
Anyway, in this episode, Koichi runs into this scam artist who also hates cats.
Now, I saw H-Town in the thread. He was like upset enough that I think he stopped watching the episode before it was revealed that wasn't really a cat.
Yeah.
It was a fake toy.
It wasn't a cat. It's okay.
Yeah, so this scammer dude has a stand that when you feel guilty, it turns into a giant lock on your chest, and it's very heavy.
Which is a
And
cool
that's the
power.
stand. I
And
like
what it wasn't clear to me like what the end game was though. Like with that power, like is it ultimately that like
get
the lock?
money.
No. I mean, if he kept using it though, would it like kill them?
Probably.
Probably.
You don't sound too sure.
Like the end result of what we saw with Koichi's mom and sister was they're just like, I can't do it. I'm going to kill myself.
Oh, that's right. They would murder themselves. I thought I wasn't like sure if it was that or if like the weight of the thing would be so heavy it would like literally crush their chest or something, you know,
Right.
or crush their heart. But I guess you're
possible too.
Yeah.
But no, this dude's goal is get money.
Yeah.
It's a good goal.
Anyway, Josuke and Okuyasu show up and beat the shit out of him. But then he shows up later in Koichi's house, and it's like, dude, that's creepy.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
And then he's got some he brought the receipts. By the way, we don't talk enough about how the show has amazing production right now.
Yeah, it looked really good. Lots of really, really cool ways that they would transition from shot to shot.
The scene where he's talking about Johnny's restaurant and the table looks like Johnny's restaurant logo.
Yeah. Yeah, they're doing a lot of that where they're like inserting words like just literally into the environment.
Unfortunately, as the season goes on and it starts to become, dude, we just need to get this episode out. They start to lose a bunch of that. But early on, even like, this is not a primo stand fight, let me tell you.
Yet it's got like really great animation.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, this dude wants to take Koichi's house and everything, so Koichi slaps some noises into him.
So yeah, Koichi's stand emerges from its egg, and we learn that the power...
His hair also goes Super Saiyan.
It does. And the power is that it will spit out onomatopoeias in like physical form onto people's faces or onto their back, and then that sound echoes inside of them that they can't unhear it. It's like such a deafening sound. I guess it hurts.
Okay.
You could say it echoes.
It does echoes. Yeah.
It's an echo.
But then it also kind of like it can also like make people change their mind because he uses it on his mom too.
He literally slaps "believe in me" into her.
Yeah, and then she starts hearing that in her head, and it's like, I will believe you.
It's weird. It's a weird stand.
Yeah.
But that's what makes it good.
It's some weird shit.
I can't even begin to imagine how he's going to use this in the future. But I'm sure they'll come up with something.
Man. Just thinking about some of the crazy shit from later parts.
The stands so far have all been really just weird, like just really inventive and unusual. Also, not particularly well suited for fighting either. It's more about like mind games.
Yeah. It's good that he got up against the dude who doesn't really. This dude doesn't have a punch ghost. He has a lock.
Yeah. There was a lot of like back and forth of being like now you feel guilty, and then they would like reveal something as like, aha, I no longer feel guilty. Now you feel guilty, and a lot of that like undoing the tricks. I like it. I mean, like again, it's the show is kind of pulling a Hunter x Hunter where it's kind of like smarter than it ought to be.
Yeah. Anyway, this episode was good. Koichi turned this dude into a manservant.
He did.
That's great. Koichi doesn't really have a punch ghost. He doesn't really aura people to death, but he can turn you into a manservant. He can turn you into a butler.
He needs one.
I liked that. That didn't sound like a joke. Anyway, do you guys want to talk about Black Clover? Black Clover episode 40, a black beach story. In this episode, they go to the beach.
It's exactly what you predicted, by the way.
Guess what? They do their little quirk at the beach.
Yep.
It hurt.
Noelle really, really, really wants Asta to look at her bathing suit.
But actually, no, she doesn't. But she really does.
She really does. But she doesn't. But she does.
Oh, wait, before we talk about the episode, What Little We Will, they did have a new opening. I thought it was okay. It's definitely no Black Rover.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it? Oh, I thought it was fine. I actually kind of thought it was better than I thought it was better than I was expecting. But it's a step down from Black Rover. It's one of the few things this show's got going for it. It's good openings and endings. So, but anyway, back onto this show. So they go to the beach, and beach stuff happens, and all the tropes are there. They smash the watermelons, and they hit on the girls, and the blah blah blah. Get buried in the sand.
The one good part of the episode, Yami took the time to bury everyone in the sand individually.
Yep.
And he delivers that he has investigated and he has found that the underwater temple is underwater.
I'm shocked.
And the problem with getting into it is that it's underwater.
I have a sneaking suspicion that the drunk girl, that this is going to be the arc about her. Because they've been featuring her quite a bit these last two episodes.
Charmy?
No, not Charmy. The woman that wears the bikini all the time.
No.
Oh. Well, it seemed that way to me, but I guess I was just reading too much into it.
Yeah.
Anything of note other than that?
Haha showed up and it was funny.
Yeah, I guess.
Fuck Black Clover. I hope we're done with it in 11 episodes.
Oh, we should be so lucky.
I think in the very least we'll get a break.
We have to.
Hunter x Hunter.
Yay.
Hunter x Hunter episode 113, An Indebted Insect. In this episode, shit still cray, yo.
Yep.
Yuppie is cray.
Oh, he's so cray.
Poof is extra cray.
Poof is just extra.
Poof must express his incredible disappointment in himself through interpretive dance.
Yep.
I continue to not like this character.
He needs a chill button.
It's just. I guess he's like a joke.
Well, yeah.
He's just a joke, I guess. Maybe he's like the comedic relief in this whole scenario. He's just dumb. Like him. It's like the show is amazing and super tense and awesome and all this cool stuff's happening, and then we cut over to him and he's just being him, doing his stupid stuff.
He's just being extra.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it is kind of funny, but it's also just like, I don't care. But he did use his power, though. He did it. Who was he attacking? Somebody.
Moral.
Yeah. So he actually did start to do something for once instead of just crying.
Oh, no, he's still going to cry.
He's definitely going to cry.
I mean, he's doing something more than just crying.
He's going to cry a lot.
Oh, man. Gone at the end of this episode.
Don't worry, he's fine.
He's on the edge of explosion.
Everything is fine.
He's ready to go. He's ready to go.
So are the chairman and the king and the other guy just still walking to where they're going to fight?
Yep, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And that's cool.
It is cool. I mean, it is like, I like the unspoken sort of honor among them right now. Just like, all right, We're not going to hit. We're not going to sneak attack or anything. We're just going to go to this location and do a real fight. Oh, and then the little like thumb direction smirk that the chairman gave to Gon about P2, where he like looks over, he sees Gon, and he's like, "She's back there."
Yep. But this episode is mostly about Killua and Ikalgo running through a hallway. And the specific times they run through a hallway at.
Yep. Which is important.
Oh, yeah. And Detective Wolfman is still around. Like, watching everything.
Detective shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you call him? Like, McGruff the...
He's McGruff the crime dog.
Yeah.
God.
Anyway, yeah. This episode was not as amazing as last episode.
Mostly because of the whole,
Oh, wait. I forgot. Shoot number 1 comes up with a signature move of standing on his own hand to fly through the air.
Which
like,
looks
in
so
the middle
cool.
of this chaos. Also, he pulls some anime bullshit and just covers up one eye because reasons.
Because he wants to look cool.
Well, somebody said in the thread that, like, it makes his power stronger because he's putting a
limitation on
it.
Yeah. He's basically like, when I stand on my hand, I will cover an eye and it will be stronger because of it. And it, but it's really because it looks cool.
It is kind of funny that it took until now for him to figure out this ability. It's like he's this master Nen user, and it's like he never thought to use his floating hands as a means of moving around.
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah, and ends weird.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't have much else to say about this episode.
Yeah, I mean, it continues to be really, really good, and
yeah,
it's just, yeah, I will say though, like the whole like Killua turning to go kill those 2 ants and the whole drama of that was kind of boring, honestly. It wasn't. That was like a low point of the episode. It wasn't bad. It was just like not as interesting as the rest of it.
Apparently, it's a huge mistake.
Yes.
We'll get to that later, I guess.
Yeah, I kept getting that too. I was like, everybody's like, "Oh no, he messed up," and I'm kind of thinking, I don't know why. I guess it'll be revealed, but
because Wolf Guy saw.
Yeah,
he's on to him.
But whatever.
McGruff the crime dog. You don't want to mess with him.
Oh shit! We got caught by McGruff the crime dog.
Oh yeah.
He'll take a bite out of your Nen.
Anyway, yeah, there's the block.
Oh yeah, that's so weird to end on Hunter x Hunter now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need my wind down of shit.
Yeah.
Are you regretting Shippuden no longer being at the end?
Kinda.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, how are we supposed to end with this? It's weird.
Yeah. It's just going to be like, even when it gets amazing, it's going to be like, how do you end on a talking about the Netero fight? It's just going to be like,
oh
wow.
God. It's just going to be like,
shit. Oh shit. See you next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, we need that wind down, and we don't have it now, and it's weird.
Maybe we should take a segment, or come up with some kind of segment to end the podcast on in the future. Like maybe like which episode was your favorite this week or something like that.
No, they did that already. It was called the Toonami Show Rundown.
Oh, okay.
Maybe we can just put Shippuden at the end. I mean, it's going to be really fucking. I mean, having it that far up
by the schedule.
Having it that far up is really fucking weird.
I think if Imperial was here, we'd have us talk about Samurai Jack being back.
It is back though.
Yeah.
It is. I assume it's still good. I should watch that Blu-ray sometime. Oh, by the way, Seacola, I pre-ordered the Land of the Lustrous Blu-ray.
Ooh.
Oh, I didn't know there was a Blu-ray coming out.
There is next year, early next year.
Is it going to be dual language or?
Of course.
Nice.
Interesting. Do we know anything about who's doing the voices?
Not a clue.
This is the first I've heard of there being a dub.
Well, it's Sentai, so don't get your hopes up.
Well, yeah, but I mean, sometimes can be hit and miss. Sometimes, I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, that's a fan dub.
Yeah, I'm curious to who's going to be voicing Phos. Man, if there's a dub of that show, whoo boy.
I think they've made they've announced there's gonna be a dub.
Okay, man, DeMarco.
I think so.
Bring it to the block. I would. Oh my gosh, I want everyone to experience this show. It is so good.
Yeah, all I have
one of the best anime I've seen in like a long time.
I agree. All that I have is a dub announcement.
Okay, it's just that it's being dubbed. They don't
I don't
say
believe there is a cast announced, and the actual release is not until next year early.
Yeah, I mean, like the worst case scenario is that the voices are terrible or the performances are terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like the worst case scenario, but I don't know. I would almost be willing to stomach a terrible dub just to get this show on the block. Like, I just want it to air so bad. It's such a perfect fit too. I will do my jumps of joy like I did when Gurren Lagann was announced.
Hey, Ask FM. That's the place to suggest shows.
There we go.
I don't know. I guess maybe I'll need to do that at some point.
Anyway, that'll do it for this week's episode of the Toonami Escape podcast. Thank you, C. Kohler.
No problem.
Thank you, B-Dubs.
No problem.
I will see you guys next week for episode 123.
Ooh, wow.
Ooh! It's a sequence of numbers.
I can count that.
See you guys later.